Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how to review products and create product reviews for your channel. Let's get straight into it. So a lot of people want to get into product reviews and reviewing things that get sent to them for their channel. But how do you do that? How do you ensure that your reviews are engaging and get the attention of the people who, well, ultimately want to buy them? Now, there's a structure that you can follow for pretty much any product review, and I'm going to go through the steps in this video. I'm going to use a scenario, and I'm actually going to record a product review of a product that I've been sent for review. Now, the first thing you have to do is get your script in order, and to do that you need to make sure you have all the facts at hand about the product that you want to review. So the first thing you need to do is jump onto your computer and research the product. Get all the details, the statistics, all the facts, the price, everything that a user is likely to want to know about the product that you're going to review. Once you've done that, it's time to start testing it, and I'll go through all of these steps in the presentation in this video. Stay tuned. Okay, so here we are in the other studio and I'm going to be doing the review. Now, normally I would jump straight in here and use this as the opening segment to the video. But before you start recording, there's a few things that you probably want to get set up first. Now, first of all, you want to have an overhead camera if you're going to do an unboxing, or it could be at a different angle. I like to use overhead. Also, make sure you have your knife handy. You're going to need that for opening the box, the script, and anything else you need. So, first step. Now, there are several stages to a product review. I'll go through them quickly once here, and then later we'll cover each one in more depth. So first of all, you have your opener. This is where you announce what you're going to be doing, and it's very important that in the first few seconds you hook the audience in. So open with something like, "Hi, in this show I'm going to show you the best USB clock money can buy." Something exciting like that, okay? I'm actually going to be showing you a really cool gadget in this tutorial, so this hasn't even come out yet, so this is kind of special. So that's your opener. You want to hook somebody, make them excited about what you're going to show them. Next, you want to supply your outline. So you want to explain what it is that you're going to be showing them, and a little bit of backstory on the product if one exists. After that, if you want to, you can drop in your call to action, which is, if you're new to the channel, please like, comment, share, subscribe, or if you want to be kept informed of all the stuff I do, whatever your call to action is, that's a good time to do it because you've got the audience's attention if they're still watching by this point. Next, you've described what you're going to be doing. Now you want to frame the problem. So why is it important this item solves those problems? And I'll explain this in more detail as we move through the tutorial. You'll understand. Then you come to a hook. Now, the hook is where you talk about, hey, stay tuned to the end where we've got a special offer or a discount code or a free giveaway, something like that. Next, and almost at the end now, we move to the solution. How good is the product at solving the problem and meeting the specifications that it has? Does it do what it says on the tin, and how well does it do it? You're giving your score at that point. And then finally, you wrap it up. You quickly give a summary of what you've just seen. You give it a score out of 10 or whatever your rating system is, editor's choice or whatever, and then you do your final call to action where you remind people to comment, like, share, subscribe, etc. Those are all the steps of the product review, and now I'm going to review a product, and I'm going to quickly show you a new thing. And bear in mind, this thing has not even come out yet. I'm incredibly lucky to have one. How meta is this? I'm reviewing a product that isn't even out yet, and as far as I can tell isn't even on YouTube yet. I'm going to do it in the form of a tutorial so that you can see how to do a product review. Oh, that's so meta, it makes my brain hurt. Okay, let's get straight into it. Hi, in this show I'm going to be reviewing the brand new, not even out yet, Witti Beddi 2, the best connected smart alarm clock money can buy. Sound good? Let's find out. Okay, so that was my introduction. Hopefully hooked some attention now of what we're going to be reviewing. So now we get into a little bit of backstory about the product, and we're going to start unboxing it. This is a good time to start recording your overhead camera, and you can synchronize the two videos later. I'll be doing tutorials on how to synchronize video in a forthcoming series. Okay, so hold the product up to the camera and talk about it. So those are awesome people at Witti sent me this brand new clock. It's not even out. This is one of the hottest gadgets around, and I've got my hands on a pre-production model, and I've been using the the previous model, I don't know if you've heard of the Witti Beddi 2, but it was a Kickstarter campaign from a couple of years ago. And the idea was to make the best clock in the world. And it does everything. It's connected to your smart home, it controls your lights, it charges your phone, it's got a daylight simulator, it's got funky disco lights, it's got a USB Bluetooth speaker, it does weather reports, it can call a taxi for you. Honestly, these things are insane. And this is the brand new version. So let's see what's in the box. So I've done a little bit of background about the product, explained what this is for people who are new to it, and now we're going to unbox it and see what we have. So this is a really good point to switch to the overhead camera. Make sure it's center of frame and start opening it up. Now what you can do here if you want to is either, this can be really boring or it can be really interesting, depends on how it goes. Like with Apple Kit, this sort of stuff is really interesting. They're more generic products, it's often less interesting. So you could, if you wanted to, speed up the footage at this point. Here it is, the brand new Beddi 2, an intelligent connected smart home alarm clock. These things are so cool. It's got a daylight simulator and it plays like noises so you can go to bed, and a white noise generator, and it does like forest sounds and all sorts of crazy stuff. The thing is amazing. It'll charge your phone and it's got like a docking thing at the top. Let's get it open and see what we have inside. So again, you can use the overhead camera here, either speed it up or if it's really interesting, just leave it running. And now you can do a little unboxing and explain to everybody who's watching what's in the box. So first we have our instruction guide and a QR code and apps and a quick start instruction setup, quick review of what the smart buttons do. Why do people use smart for everything? Although to be fair, I've got the original one and they are pretty smart. You get an alarm clock, your FM radio, and connect Spotify. Put that to one side. Here it is. It's not going to look like much on camera. It's a daylight simulating light which comes on before the alarm goes off. USB chargers. These are much more powerful than the previous model. Power in, auxiliary or FM antenna. The display, which we'll soon see when we turn it on. It's got like disco lights in the bottom, which are always fun. Bit of protective film there. Let's take that off. Little warranty card if you register. And I suspect this will be the power supply. Power supply, FM antenna, looks like it's got adapters for different countries. I'm in the UK. Okay, so we've unboxed it. Let's cover some more of the features that we have. Now, there's several ways that you can do this here. You could either play the unboxing video while on the side you could have a pop-up with the features that are installed, or another option is to have some B-roll panning around the camera, either a little dolly or a slow-mo camera, while you have a little graphic popping up with the features. So I'm going to read those features out now. You will see some footage popping up, some B-roll, which will be displayed alongside these features, and a little bit of music, just a little montage of the product. Before that, we need to announce what we're doing. So you tell people. So here it is, the new Beddi 2 smart home, smart clock, magic doodad. What does it do? So here are the following features. You can control your Hue lights with the buttons on top. You can control your smart lights. You can control Wemo lights. You can toggle Apple HomeKit programs. You can use IFTTT. You can use your thermostat and control your connected temperature. You can control your connected heating systems. You can play Spotify playlists. You can check the weather forecast. You can play white noise. You've got a snooze timer. You've got a light. You've got an LED multifunction rainbow light with 16 million colors. You can call a taxi. You can snooze. You've got all kinds of functions in this clock. So I've just read out a list of features that the clock has while playing some B-roll. So it's nice, it looks good. We've established what the clock looks like. Next, we want to go into the product review. What's it like? Now, I said earlier, if we want to at this point, we can put a hook in to keep people interested until the end of the video. And here's what we do. So that's what it does, but how well does it do it? Well, let's find out. But before that, not only have these wonderful people at Witti sent me one of these clocks early before they even came out, they have also given me a discount coupon, which if you use it, you can order one of these right now and get a discount. You can get money off if you use my affiliate link, popping up in the description below. How cool is that? Stay tuned to the end and I can tell you more about how you can get your hands on one of these. Also, now if you're running a competition here, I almost ran a competition with this one, but this video is going to be around for a long time and competitions have a timeout. You can also put details for the competition at the end of the video if you want to. So it's just a little way to keep people further engaged. It seems a little bit like clickbaity and a bit, nah, but it works and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get people to watch. Okay, so now we have to do the review. What's the product like? Now, at this point, you would normally stop filming, go and review the product. In fact, that's what you have to do. I'm quite lucky. I've actually got several of these. So I've already done my review of what the product is like. So at this point, though, in your recording, you will now go and fly your drone around or show some video of it being used, of its setup. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm now going to talk about how well the Beddi 2 performs, and I'm going to show some B-roll of the Beddi 2 in use with some buttons being pressed, basically. So the Beddi 2 is an evolution of the Beddi 1. It doesn't really have many new features, but what it does have is an improvement of everything that's gone before. It sounds better, it has a better display, it has more information on the display. You can now update the software over the air without having to connect it to a computer. The lights are brighter, the styling is improved, there's more power in the USB charging ports. It's basically everything that you've already loved in the Beddi 1, but more. So let's go and try it out. Well, I am not disappointed. As expected, this is everything I loved about the original Beddi, but better. It sounds great. It's going to be living on my bedside cabinet from now on, I'll be honest with you. But the big question is it worth buying? Well, that's kind of up to you. As smart clocks go, at $129.99, it's quite an expensive smart clock. But it is really, really cool. If you use your clock a lot, not just for telling the time, but if you use it to connect to your home, then yeah, I'd say it's great. Is it worth buying if you've already got a Beddi 1? Oh, that's a tough one. The Beddi 1 is a great clock. It already does all of the things that the Beddi 2 does. The Beddi 2 just does them all a bit better. Is it worth the purchase if you've got one? Maybe. If you really have to have the latest and greatest and best gadgets ever, then sure, yeah, get one. But if you just use your Beddi 1 and that's doing the job just fine right now, maybe not. Kind of up to you on that one. So that was my review of the Beddi. I talked about whether it was a good purchase or not, whether I liked it. For the record, I really, really like it. And now we move into the last stage called the wrapping up. And this is where we briefly summarize everything that we've done so far. So there it is, the brand new and as yet unreleased Witti Beddi 2 smart clock. Right now, the best smart clock money can buy. A little bit pricey, but man, it's packed with features. It sounds great. It looks great. It's got so much functionality. It's released at the end of August, early September 2018. So by the time you're watching it, if it's a couple of weeks from now, chances are it's already available. This may be the clock you're looking for. So that's it. That's the end of the product review. You now go into your closing CTA. Depends what your closing CTA is. Mine is. So thank you so much for watching. If you like this sort of content and you want to be kept informed of more of the things I do, hit that subscribe button, hit that alarm bell. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, leave all your feedback below. All engagement is good. And that's pretty much it. You wrap up your video at that point. So there you go. I'm going to go back to the other studio. Let me know what you think. So there it is. That is my how to review a product for your channel tutorial. I hope you found that useful. I'd love to know what you think. Popping up on the left, right, my right, your light over there is the last video I put out, and underneath that is the one that YouTube thinks you should watch next. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the very next show. Bye!